What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 451 of Universe Mode, number 119 of Friday Night Genesis. Getting up there, boys. Getting up there. 49 episodes from 500. That is insane. Soul, that is, as the kids would say today, cray cray. All right? It's bananas. And 119 of Genesis. Woo! Been doing this for too long. Rip in peace. But welcome, indeed, to another episode of the Friday Night brand. A little bit earlier than usual, but what are you going to do? Yo, what up, Suntan? What up, Hardline? Welcome, welcome. Holla, holla. Good to have you in here for an action-packed card, as always, even more so than usual, I'd say tonight. It's going to be a very exciting show, of course. This is the last episode of CMV before this Sunday's Fusion exclusive pay-per-view, Genesis. The Fusion exclusive pay-per-view Regicide. This is Genesis. This is not a pay-per-view. Weekly show here. The Fusion exclusive pay-per-view Regicide this Sunday, April the 1st. The card, of course, is already posted on our website and on our Twitter and Discord, etc., etc. If you haven't done your predictions and you want to, you can join our website at cmvwrestling.com. Exclamation point, join right there in the chat. We'll give you a link. But it is an action-packed card. Every single Fusion championship on the line. That fatal four-way elimination matchup in the main event. Woo, it's going to be a doozy. You don't want to miss it. Plus the crowning of the inaugural Trios champions. Yo, what up, Tomcat? But we are getting things started here with what I am very much looking forward to. Jaquan Shea, former Anarchy champion, fresh off of his big win over current Anarchy champion John Reed in that thrilling 2 out of 3 falls Anarchy Rules match last week, takes on a man that he knows very well. It was about 4 months ago that Mitsuda Tanaka made his CMV debut at Exodus against the man he goes head-to-head with here at the top of our show tonight. Tanaka burst onto the scene in CMV by defeating Jaquan Shea. Jaquan, like I said, has got to be feeling really good about himself after that win last week. Matsuda Tanaka is in action for the first time since Point Break, where he took that loss alongside Dave Turner to Xander Slate and Randy Borton. But earlier tonight, guys, both of these men declared for the 6th annual CMV Royal Rumble match in just 3 weeks' time at Absolution 3. So both these guys looking to build up as much momentum as they can before the Rumble. That 30-man over-the-top rope battle royal where the winner gets to headline the last pay-per-view of the year, homecoming for a world title match of their choosing. Let's not forget, though, the final stop before that for Genesis will be Wild Card. That's in 2 weeks, April 7th, Saturday. The Saturday before Mania. Where every Genesis championship will be defended against completely randomized challengers. Every single superstar in the Genesis roster is going to be eligible for a championship shot. They'll all be put into a randomizer, and we could certainly get some interesting matches out of that. Echo, I thought somebody like you would back me up in that situation, you know? I thought you would come in there and just drop a C-bomb right on everyone, you know? But of course, speaking about the Anarchy Championship, guys, up next, our second matchup of the evening, the title is actually going to be on the line. John Reed defends against D'Angelo Prince, as voted by the CMV Universe, which is actually surprising to me. He was up against both Luke Swanson and, Jeepers Creepers. I don't remember who the third guy was in the poll. Luke Swanson and another. Not taking anything away from D'Angelo Prince. I just didn't think he had so much fanfare, if you will. But he got voted in, indeed, by a landslide, too, to get that opportunity up next. I'm sure Jaquan Shea is kind of a little bit upset about that, having beaten Reed last week in a non-title match. Probably feels as though he should get that championship opportunity, but right now he's got to focus on Matsuda Tanaka. 630 cents on the first minute of the matchup. That just tells you how much of a great match this is going to be. You know, Shea would love to rewrite the wrong of Tanaka beating him in his debut back at Exodus earlier this season. Shea early on, man, since returning, has looked super good. He unbeaten since his return. I talked about how had he not been suspended, he and John Reed been suspended by general manager Castle Fave. Remember, he had qualified for the Alpha World Championship Chamber. I feel like he might have won the whole thing. Bloody Britt might not be champion right now. And of course, our main event tonight, 6-man tag team action, as we will see Clicks, Bob Luger, Xander Slate, and Randy Borton, Jaquan Shea locking into figure 4. I think that was a rope break, though. Nice call by referee Perry White. But Click going to be taking on the new World Tag Team Champions, Imaginary Friends, and the Alpha World Champion, Bloody Britt. Double knees to the gut. Now a little bit of a cheeky backflip. Double knees again. Jaquan Shea dominating the Japanese super figure, if you will. Former RJPW television champion, the ultimate one. Yo, what up, Dash? You did not. This is the first matchup of the night. Oh! Single boot right to the chest. Tonight, the Cyborg Invitational also continues with 2 invitational matches. We've got Dule Zaire taking on Josh Wolf, and then Adam Valentine and Elijah Stewart toe-to-toe, guys. That is going to be a really good matchup, I think. Valentine and Stewart. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on that one. We also got Ortiz and Scott in tag action. They'll be taking on the new team of Twisted and Samuel Boone. Ortiz and Scott can get back on track after Ortiz's big win yesterday on Reality Wrestling to kick off his invitational run, defeating Dule Zaire. Double boots to the chest, going to send Matsuda Tanaka flying back into the ring. Jaquan Shea going to try to capitalize. Shea going to go for those Kiwi crushers, the maneuver that he used to utilize in order to pay homage to his good friend Jamari Williams, now taunts Williams after ending his CMV career. Michinoku driver by Shea. I'm very surprised at the way this matchup has gone since the bell run, guys. Shikwe been virtually just beating the hell out of Tanaka. Their matchup back at Exodus was very, very back and forth. That was a great camera angle. Bless your heart, Perry White, for getting in the way. I'm pretty sure Shea pulled off a Hurricane Rana, by the way, is what I saw through the leg shot. A little peep through the thighs. Yeah, I wouldn't say he got destroyed. The match between Ortiz and Zaire was pretty back and forth, pretty close. But Zaire definitely just didn't have a whole lot of time to rest, as he'll be right back at it against Josh Wolf tonight. But Ortiz also in action. Tanaka, though, you saw that pop-up double boots up under the chin. Jaquan Shea is trying to recuperate quickly. Again, both of these guys earlier tonight declared for the 6th annual Royal Rumble match in 3 weeks at Absolution. I could see either one of these guys winning it, to be honest. Tanaka put up on the top rope, guys. Not a place that he wants to be. Wait just a minute. Wait just a minute. The fans bloodthirsty at Jaquan Shea with a superplex to the outside of the ring. Jaquan Shea motionless. Now gets to his feet, but Matsuda Tanaka is completely out. Jaquan wanting to send a message to the entire rest of the Genesis roster and the Fusion roster heading towards the Rumble. Jaquan now, I think he just talking trash right into Tanaka's face. I don't know if Tanaka's even with it right now, guys. Hurricane Rana now keeping up the damage as Tanaka finally moving on his own. Jawbreaker to count out whatever Shea was going for. We're at a count of 6, guys. Nothing on the line in this matchup but pride between these two former foes. And of course, momentum. Always important. There we go. The fight's going to return to the ring. Things are going to get kicked off with a count out. Bloody Britt's Genesis. Count outs everywhere, every week. Forearm smash now. Tanaka trying to mount a comeback. I don't even know how he's standing, to be honest. That just shows you how resilient this guy is. Taking a suplex to the outside of the ring. Another pop-up. I don't know what you call that. Like a pop-up drop kick, I guess, or I don't know, like a double eat defeat kind of. Jaquan misses a drop kick horribly, and that's going to create a big opening for Tanaka to capitalize, guys. And there it is, the Kinshasa by the Ultimate One. 1, 2. Just a 2 count, though. You know, back at Exodus, I think it took 3 of those to keep Shea down, so I'm not that surprised, but still. That is a straight shin to the throat. You got to most definitely be one hell of a competitor to be able to kick out of that. But look at this guy, Shea, I was about to say. Shea to the top rope, and Jaquan goes for a 630 senton. He hit one earlier in the matchup off the second turnbuckle, went for the top that time. Now Tanaka going up high with a moon stomp. Tanaka very rarely goes high risk in his matches, paying homage to the CMV universe, his legion of fans in attendance here, and of course watching around the world. Here's a tweet though, guys, from Adam Valentine, who says, "I can't believe the only real competition I have is Click's cleanup boy Elijah, and then a bunch of nobodies that no one will even remember in a year." Of course, speaking about his invitational opponents. Later on tonight, he faces Elijah Stewart. I don't know if I agree with Valentine's assessment, though, of the competition. Reese Ortiz certainly proved he's not to be taken lightly yesterday on Reality Wrestling. Big old powerbomb. Tanaka makes the reversal. And now lining up his shot again. Wait a minute. What? Matsuda with a GTS? What the? 1, 2, just a 2 count. Tanaka pulling out some new weapons to try to deal with Jaquan here, but still it's not enough. Now Jaquan somehow enduring all these knee strikes to the face and head. Gonna lay into the Dragon Slayer with these Kiwi Crushers. Repeated kicks to the chest, then a final one right to the back of the head. Tanaka straight to his feet. No selling like a champion. Face first off that top turnbuckle. Now it's Matsuda who is showing a bit of desperation. A hook in the leg of Jaquan Shea. Our opening matchup on Genesis number 119. Nearly got the finish there, but not enough. Goes for a head scissors. Jaquan Shea able to slip himself through. Shea has got to come back in a big way right now. I'm still not going to count him out. Goes for a kick to the gut, perhaps looking for that brain buster of his wheel kick instead. Windmill kick, windmill kick, I should say. Back and forth they go. The end is nearing. And Jaquan Shea, Jaquan with the brain buster. Unbeaten since his return. He could score a huge win right here, becoming only the second man ever to defeat Matsuda Tanaka. 1, 2, no! Jaquan Shea getting into his own head, asking himself, what the hell do I gotta do? Knee to the back of the head. Jaquan Shea now trying to mock his old rival. The CMV Universe obviously behind Tanaka here. Another batch of Kiwi Crushers, lighting that chest up like the 4th of July. And again, right to the base of the skull with that final kick. And Jaquan wastes absolutely no time beating around the bush en route to the Royal Rumble match. Jaquan Shea looks to win big. Brain Buster. Lateral press, no! Referee Perry White doesn't see it. Dirty heel tactics being applied. Feet are on the rope, and Jaquan gonna steal the win. Jaquan Shea put his foot. Whoa, he's busted open. I didn't even see that. Jaquan Shea utilizing dirty heel tactics. Both feet were on the middle rope. Referee Perry White did not see it after that second brainbuster. Jaquan makes sure that he is victorious here tonight. Rewriting that wrong that happened back at Exodus, but via nefarious means. An absolutely excellent matchup between these two comes to an end. A dirty end. Jaquan Shea remains unbeaten since his return, guys, and I gotta say is looking pretty good. Heading into the Royal Rumble, I didn't even know he was busted open during that match. He is bleeding actually pretty bad. What a way to kick off the show, guys. Tanaka beaten for only the second time ever in his CMV career one-on-one. But up next, the action just keeps on getting better. The Anarchy Championship is about to be on the line. D'Angelo Prince voted in by the CM Universe to receive this opportunity as he challenges the demented John Reed. No, these are pay-per-view attires, Topher. Figured it's a big match, you know. Specialty attires, if you will. But we know that the winner of this matchup will then defend the title next Saturday, April the 7th, at Wildcard against a completely unknown challenger. That's the lore of Wildcard, of course, with second annual. So if you want to check out exactly what Wildcard entails, if you're a little bit confused, you could check out last year's event. But basically, every Genesis Championship will be on the line, defended against a randomized opponent from the Genesis roster. Like last year in the World Tag Team title match, I think it was Josh Wolf and Kaiva ended up getting picked as a team to challenge then champions Extreme Conditions, I think were the champs at the time. And then you had like Bludgeon getting an Anarchy title shot. Really, anything can happen. Some very interesting matches can be produced from the scenario. But right now, before we get to Wildcard, we have to find out exactly who will be heading into that event as champion. This is D'Angelo Prince's first singles championship opportunity, one-on-one title match in his career. He did compete in the Elimination Chamber 2 weeks ago at Point Break. That was his first title match, period, in CMV. I believe he was the second eliminated. Now, thanks to the CM Universe, like I said, I was a bit surprised. I didn't think D'Angelo Prince had so much fanfare, but he won by a landslide to get this opportunity. John Reed, after being out of action for near a month, suspended for 2 weeks, 7 days ago, took that loss to Jaquan Shea in the 2 out of 3 falls match. So Johnny Boy is not heading into this with a whole lot of momentum behind him. But still, I'm not gonna turn my head at the champion. He's champion for a reason. It took John Reed 2 years to win his first title here in CMV. Back at CyberSlam, defeating both Alistair Knox and Chris Andrews to capture the gold. I don't think he's going to let it go without one hell of a fight. And this is Anarchy Rules, as it is for the Anarchy title, which means that anything goes. D'Angelo Prince, you know, kind of the same story as John Reed. D'Angelo's been around 2+ years. We always talk about D'Angelo Prince's interesting journey. You know, he started out in CMV back in Season 3 as a part of the Fusion rosters. Ended up at the end of the season, didn't return until later and was a part of the Fusion roster. No, it was part of the Genesis roster actually the first time. I'm wrong. On Season 3. And then he joined about halfway through Season 4 and was a part of Fusion. Then he got injured by Xander Slate, remember. Then he returned at the top of this season and was a part of NGW. That, ended. Rip in peace, never forget. He came here back to Genesis, where his career began. And now with the spotlights on him, you know, the fans, they put their confidence in D'Angelo Prince here. As here comes the holder of the CMV Anarchy Championship, the demented, the cruel, the wicked, John Reed, the leader of the 7 Deadly Sins, which, you know, this being Anarchy Rules, if I were D'Angelo Prince, I'd have eyes in the back of my head and I'd be looking over my shoulder because you got Chaos and Order and then Zach Cage and Mercantile skulking around. This is John Reed's first defense of the CMV Anarchy Championship. Can he retain the gold and head into wild card next Saturday to defend against whomever will be chosen to be pitted against him? And you know, John Reed is definitely going to be looking to get himself a spot in the Royal Rumble match as well. You know, last year's Rumble, John Reed actually entered number 30 and was obviously a part of the final 6. I think he was even a part of the final 4, if I remember correctly. But that is what is on the line, the CMV Anarchy Championship. It is anything goes. No countouts, no disqualifications. The only rule is that this match must come to an end via pinfall or submission. In the ring, guys, D'Angelo Prince. The fans putting their faith in him, giving him this opportunity. Can he follow through on it? He certainly looks ready to go. His first one-on-one title shot in his 2-year-plus career here in CMV. But this man, he climbed the mountain, got knocked down time and time again on his road to claim gold. And he finally did it at SummerSlam. And it's going to take a whole lot to pry that championship away from him, guys. John Reed, or Meliodes, I still don't really know how to pronounce it. The being that is currently making a home of his body. But John Reed certainly is looking ready to go as he takes a longing look at the championship, hangs it off to referee Perry White. Our second matchup of the evening, guys. Up next, Cyborg Invitational action as Dule Zaire will take on Josh Wolf, Adam Valentine, and Elijah Stewart one-on-one later on tonight, too. An invitational action, along with a whole lot more. But let's go. D'Angelo Prince, John Reed for the CMV Anarchy Championship. Who's walking into wild card with the gold? Referee rings the bell. Let's get it on right out of the gate. Prince going to take the early advantage. Back suplex and a kip up. He has the agility, no doubt. The quickness, the athleticism, whereas John Reed brings the ruthlessness like that right there. Big boot down onto the chest. Yeah, rip and peace cop. Forearm smash. Prince going to try to get back to his feet as quickly as possible. Misses that slap, though. Now going to pay for it. Reed puts him overhead. Let's not forget that matchup against Jaquan Shea last week, Reed did score a point. In fact, he blew a 1-point lead. Jaquan Shea then came back and obviously scored the 2 falls to win. But it was also, it was Anarchy Rules. And they used a lot. They used, a fucking kendo stick, like a bat, I think, a ladder. They beat the hell, a table. They beat the hell out of each other. So John Reed's got to be sore right now. But fulfilling his duty as champion to defend his title when he must, D'Angelo Prince. Putting Reed into a seated position. Now up on a 1 knee. Stiff slap right across the face. D'Angelo Prince showing no respect to Reed here as now he goes up to the second turnbuckle, beckoning for Reed to rise up to his feet. D'Angelo going to fly through the air. Oh, with a knee strike. Very impressive offense. You see Reed quickly try to recuperate. D'Angelo going to help him up to his feet. Irish whip now rebounds and another knee strike to the gut, guys. John is not looking good right now. Kick to the chest, caught though. Dragon Scooter by the champion. D'Angelo tries to use the ropes, get back up to his feet. John Reed, though, going to help him out. Reverse DDT down onto the knee, and now it's the Anarchy champion who goes up to the second turnbuckle. Body splash to the back, the lower spine. Rebounds off the ropes. Reed gaining a head of steam. Drops a double axe handle, moves out of the way. As D'Angelo caught with an Irish whip, though, out of the apron. John Reed now going to bring him back in. Reed right here, with a winding elbow drop. Simple but effective. As you see D'Angelo get back up to his feet, boot to the top of the head, goes for a kick to the midsection. Reed catches it though, elbow down onto the knee. Now he shoots in, looks for a snap suplex. Going old school. And the CMV Anarchy champion, is not done. Tries to follow up with some more offense, but a reverse DDT by Prince the challenger. And it looks like D'Angelo is set to introduce some anarchy. What's he going to go for? What's he going to pull out from under the ring, guys? It is anything goes here for the championship. It's a sledgehammer, but Reed going to make sure that D'Angelo cannot utilize that against him. Knocks it out of his hands, then rib first right into the ring apron. D'Angelo, though, shaking the cobwebs quickly, drop toe hold. Now grabs a steel chair, guys, from ringside. Right across the back, but D'Angelo misses. Goes for it again. John Reed catches it, and I think that D'Angelo actually just got clipped in the face. And then an electric chair onto the concrete, guys. Oh, no. That is pure concrete there around the announce table. You can obviously see it. That has no pads there. The pads themselves offer little to no protection, but that was right onto the concrete. That electric chair, and Reed knows it. One. Just a 1 count, though. D'Angelo given enough time to recuperate. Still, Reed maintains control up to the second turnbuckle. Again, another body splash. This time lands on the chest. Right down onto the sternum. D'Angelo hasn't been able to get much of anything going since getting dropped onto the concrete ringside. Jawbreaker there, though, still not out of it. Still has some fight left in him yet. Prince, a little bit of an airplane spin, dropped into a TKO. Wrong time to, or maybe right time to taunt. I'm not so sure that he should be taunting at all in a championship opportunity like this, but hey, what do I know? I'm sitting ringside. These guys are in the ring. Irish whip. Single leg drop kick, single leg drop kick again. Reed keeps getting up to his feet. He doesn't know the meaning of the word quit. Rotation neckbreaker now as D'Angelo Prince is feeling it, guys. Kick to the midsection. Air to the throne. Air to the throne. Single boot to the side of the head, guys. Oh my God, D'Angelo could be closing in on his first championship win in his long-spanning CMV career. John Reed's in trouble. The leader of the 7 Deadly Sins makes a big and a much-needed reversal, as I think D'Angelo was going for a single underhook DDT arm wrench now into the pin. Desperation showing just a 1 count. Now some elbows getting drilled right down to the top of Prince's head. John Reed realizes that he's got to maintain control. He's got to keep a hold of the driver's seat. He can't allow D'Angelo Prince to get an opening now, lest he try to finish things off. Perhaps with that hangman's facebuster of his, or the roundhouse kick that we've seen him use from time to time. But D'Angelo makes a reversal right there, and that's going to create the opening that he needs. We've also seen D'Angelo try to finish off matches before with the Tequila Sunrise submission hold. Very, very, very deadly submission. Targeting the arm and the leg at the same time. Reed with the Tour of Hell by the Anarchy champion. D'Angelo feels control of this matchup, slipping away from him, feels the Anarchy championship getting further and further away. What is this, though? Oh, elbow to the chest and a nice takedown. That's gonna be what D'Angelo needs. Looking to bring Reed up to his feet. John Reed says, I don't need no help, no thank you. Arm dragging out. Reed creates the distance that he needs. Full force spear. Cutting D'Angelo Prince in half. 1, 2. Just a 2 count, though. Prince realizing what is on the line. Able to dig down deep to survive, but he can't just survive here, guys. He actually has to get some offense in and a win. John Reed got to be thinking, what the hell? That's the strongest move in my arsenal, that spear. And it didn't do the trick. He's doing a very good job right now of keeping the pressure on. Continuing to throw offense at D'Angelo, not giving him a second to breathe as now he locks in a camel clutch submission hold. Looking to break D'Angelo's back and make him humble, but Prince, the challenger, escapes. Pulls Reed's feet, makes him trip up. Reed has no idea what's waiting for him as D'Angelo going to drop him. Oh no, drill him. Neck first into the top turnbuckle to Reed like a wet spaghetti noodle. Just going to collapse. Oh, there's that roundhouse kick I was just talking about. Boot to the side of the head. Oh my God. Wow, D'Angelo not going to go for the pin. Instead of snap German suplex into the bridge. 1, 2. Oh, not even a 2 count. John Reed having absolutely none of this. You can see D'Angelo Prince, guys, is trying to wear down that arm. I have to assume he'll be looking to lock in the Tequila Sunrise. John Reed with an arm drag to counter. Fireman's carrier overhead, going to take him down. Action roll, though, by Reed. Gets out of the way, walks right into the grasps of his challenger, though, as he's put up against the ropes. And D'Angelo, back body dropped out of the ring. Single knee gut buster. D'Angelo still trying to fight back into this matchup, guys. struggling to keep his head above the water as he drifts into the deep end, but still D'Angelo is not giving in on what has been an excellent Anarchy Championship matchup. Oh, busted open now is the champion as his head smashed off that steel post. D'Angelo feeling really good about himself now, guys, but if he wants to win the title, he's got to get this fight back in the ring. He's got to pin or submit Reed. And maybe that's what he's going to look to do right here. Yes, it is. Goes for Tequila Sunrise, but Reed counters. Elbow to the gut. Punch to the midsection. Draped across the ropes, moves out of the way, goes D'Angelo right to a kick to the midsection. Goes for a power slam, knee to the gut by Prince as John Reed is bleeding badly from that gash on his forehead. Bang-a-rang by the challenger, by Prince. Lateral press. Desperate is D'Angelo as he hopes this is enough, but it is not. Snaps the arm over the shoulder. Does the Anarchy Champion, and another big boot. And once more lines up his shot with his finger on the trigger to retain his championship. Counters the spear. Oh my God, went for the spear again, but countered, and D'Angelo snapped German suplex once more. No bridge that time. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my God, Tequila Sunrise, can he lock it in? It's locked in. Tequila Sunrise is locked in on John Reed. The champion is in big trouble. D'Angelo Prince closing in on his first title win in CMV. Tequila Sunrise, but let's go. John Reed refused to tap out, guys. D'Angelo Prince couldn't keep the hold locked in anymore. We're looking to pull a Jaquan Shea dirty heel tactics. It's legal in this matchup. Perry White sees it but can't do anything about it. Still, John Reed kicks out. Endures the agony, this Reed. Draped over the top rope. Sternum first. And perhaps trying to lock in the Tequila Sunrise again, but John Reed counters with a jawbreaker belly to belly overhead. I might not like this new John Reed, but I gotta respect what he's doing in that ring right now. What a showing by the champion. Tour of hell. Yet again. Doesn't even try for the pin either. Immediately picks D'Angelo up, goes for maybe the fall. We haven't seen him hit in a while, but instead of reverse DDT, lateral press by D'Angelo, pinning every opening he gets at this point. D'Angelo, guys. This has been a hard-hitting and hellacious Anarchy Championship matchup. Now a kendo stick. D'Angelo trying to do whatever he can to give himself an advantage. Reed again not allowing him to use the weapon. Back and forth they go. Backslide Jiva. Drilled onto the neck. D'Angelo, snapmare. Gonna want to slow things down. No, grabbing Reed by the ears, brings him up, reverse DDT. Lateral press again, guys. This is the strategy by D'Angelo late in the matchup. Pin, 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 pin. Even if it's not enough to get the win, it is wearing Reed down. Whatever energy he has left in the tank, he's having to use to kick out. Trip up right there by John, the CMV Anarchy Champion. Now what the hell is he doing? Gonna practice his... I don't know if this is exactly the best time for Reed to be practicing his moonwalking skills. Reed has just completely lost it. Every time D'Angelo moves, just gonna stomp on him. There we go. Right down the sights, countered the spear again. Oh my God. Oh my God. And D'Angelo. Hangman's facebuster. Prince countered the spear again. Takes down Reed. 1, 2, no! Are you serious? Reed kicks out. That might have been the last-ditch effort, guys. That might have been the final ooh-ah for challenger Prince. How was that not enough? Creates a little bit of distance there off the second turnbuckle. Another knee strike to the chest of the champ. John Reed is impressing. Spinneroonie! Spinneroonie but caught with a leg drop. Reed is impressing me so much as champion right now, but I gotta give props to D'Angelo as well, proving that he can hang. This is an interesting position he's setting Reed up in right now. Not exactly sure what he's trying for. Reed beginning to stir, though. D'Angelo closes in on him. Reed is busted wide open. The crimson and red mixing with his face paint, just creating a horrific sight as D'Angelo drills his knee repeatedly into the chest of John. Lateral press, lateral press, lateral press. Pin, 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 pin. D'Angelo has a strategy, but it's not working out for him. Man, this Genesis has been amazing already. 2 matches in. Oh, the kendo stick. This time he's going to be able to use it right across the knee, right across the ribs, right across the ribs again. Reed fights through the pain, grabs it to the ribs of D'Angelo. He's had enough. Reed is pissed. You see D'Angelo just like punching out. Little like last gasp. Tour of hell. 3 times in this match. Goes for a belly-to-belly. Somehow D'Angelo still fighting. I don't even know how these guys are on their feet right now. Enzo Lariat countered from behind. Elbow drop takedown. This is a match of the year contender. My God. You know, the Glammy Awards are just like 2-3 months away. This could be a last shoo-in for match of the year. This has been phenomenal. Will we have a new champion, or will John Reed retain in his first defense? The winner of this will defend the title next Saturday at Wildcard, April the 7th. Suplex again as Reed, a little bit of too sweet action. Paying homage to Click, the rulers of the roost. Spear again, third time! D'Angelo countered it a third time! This is insane. D'Angelo again. Oh my God, a Hangman's face buster. You gotta be kidding me. Counter the spear a third time. A second face buster. 1, 2. Oh, what in the fucking shit? What the actual tits is happening? Reed has kicked out of a second Hangman's face buster. Now it is he who goes for a desperate pin attempt, but just gets a 2 count. What is this? What is keeping John Reed alive right now? D'Angelo's got to be thinking in the back of his mind, dude, I have tried everything, and multiple times at that. John Reed has hit 1 spear. 3 of them have gotten countered, though. Reed donning that proverbial crimson mask as he locks in an interesting submission hold here on D'Angelo, who's not looking to stick around in it for very long. Both men stare each other down as they close back in, looking to finish things off once and for all. Punch to the gut by the champion. John Reed, can he retain? Goes for a 4th tour of hell. D'Angelo Prince says, no, I've had enough. Single underhook DDT. This time it doesn't get countered. Lateral press, guys. Could this finally be it? Will this finally be enough? No. Rebounds off the ropes. Leg drop to the back of the head. D'Angelo Prince and the performance of his life. Voted in by the CMV universe and not looking to make them regret that decision. He's tried everything, though. Literally, what is there left for him to try and throw at Reed here? Nothing has worked. Electric chair, and D'Angelo hitting the back of his head on every single turnbuckle on the way down. But just gets right back up. Jawbreaker. D'Angelo goes for the roundhouse kick. Reed moves out of the way. Pulls him in for a front headlock. The Anarchy champion with an attempted butterfly suplex. Rolls out of it into an arm drag, does D'Angelo. Goodness gracious. Papa bless to the CM universe for voting in D'Angelo and giving us this 5-star matchup that's not even over yet. Lion Salt by D'Angelo takes a high risk, but it pays off. Look how he shoves his hand into John's face, almost as if to say, just stay down. But Reed refuses. We still got 5 more matches to get to after this, guys. These two stealing the script. Another, well, the moonsault right there off the ropes. The kendo stick once more going to be utilized by the challenger across the ribs one time. D'Angelo, heir to the throne. Pummeling John Reed, throwing everything at him. Even the kitchen sink. And Reed's looking up at the lights. He has no idea where he is, but still he digs down deep. Still there's something left. And a pin. 1, 2, no. Grabbing D'Angelo by his hair, brings him up to one knee, looks him in the eyes and says, stay down. Suplex, nope, stalled by D'Angelo. Punch to the gut, hook to the jaw, turns her around, punch to the back of the head, kick to the midsection, a third time, Hangman's facebuster. There's no way, that's gotta be it. New champion, hooks the leg. 1, 2, no! Guys, on it, look at, I can't right now. What the fuck? Prince to the top rope, tries for an elbow drop. 3 Hangman's face-busters, dude. What is John Reed taking? He's got to have a concussion at this point. There's no way he's not injured. Look at that, counters the belly to belly. Oh my God. Backslide driver. Elbow drop. Kip up. D'Angelo peering into Reed's soul. Single and hook DDT onto the kendo stick. Onto the kendo stick, guys. And D'Angelo says, come on, Reed. I'll do this all night, baby. I ain't got nothing to do. On the kendo stick. 1, 2, 3. And D'Angelo Prince is the new CMV Anarchy champion. It took a DDT onto the kendo stick to finally do Reed in. Match of the year. That's getting my vote. What a match. And John Reed not only loses his title, guys, might be dead. New Anarchy champion, and his name is D'Angelo Prince, as Reed sees his reign come crashing down to an end. My God. It took D'Angelo Prince 2 heir to the thrones, a roundhouse kick, a tequila sunrise, 3 Hangman facebusters, and finally a DDT onto the kendo stick to keep down Reed for the 3 count. And we have a new Anarchy champion who can barely stand. Congrats to D'Angelo Prince. The fans voted him in, and he did not disappoint them. Woo! Chug down a bottle of water right there after that one, guys. We still got 5 matches to get to. As up next, our third of the night here on Genesis number 118 is going to be some Cyborg Invitational action. Our first of 2 invitational matches tonight. Later on, Adam Valentine will take on Elijah Stewart. Let's not forget that awesome main event we have to come, guys. 6-man tag action as Click will take on Imaginary Friends and Chris Andrews. Last week here on Genesis, of course, Imaginary Friends defeated Click to bring their historic World Tag Team title reign to an end. And I actually talked to Xander Slate earlier tonight, one of the few times he's ever let me talk to him. I asked him exactly what was going through he and Borton's head and when they're planning on cashing in their rematch clause, and Slate told me that it was a fluke, nothing more than that. They got lucky, and how anybody in the CMV universe thinks otherwise is absolutely insane to him, and he says that at Absolution in 3 weeks' time is when they will cash in their rematch clause, because Slate says they're looking forward to Imaginary Friends losing the titles at Wildcard. Xander laughed. He said, me and Borton know that they're going to choke and lose the belts to whichever team challenges them at Wildcard, and we want to sit back and watch that. So they're going to use their rematch clause for Absolution against whomever the champs will be then. But here comes Dule Zaire, guys, who is fresh off of another Match of the Year contender yesterday on Reality Wrestling against Reese Ortiz. Those two started off their invitational together, and it was Ortiz who got the win. Of course, Ortiz in action tonight, tag action alongside Adam Scott. They take on Twisted and Samuel Boone, but Dule has a chance here to tie himself up in the leaderboards, go 1-1. Or will he go 0-2 and drop down to the very bottom? He takes on Josh Wolf here. First time matchup. This should be interesting. Dule Zaire, do not let his size fool you. He might be short, he might be on the thicker side, but he is as fast as lightning and very agile, not to boot strong as hell. But Josh Wolf is just a savage. You can't really prepare for Josh Wolf. He doesn't really have his style. Josh Wolf just goes to the ring and beats bitches up. And a tweet here, guys, from Reese Ortiz says, best of luck to my friend Zaire. Score your point here tonight, and we can crack one open at your bar after the show. So still friends. That's good to see. Still respect shown between the two. And here he comes, Josh Wolf, guys, who's got to be in a sour mood after going over to... Josh Wolf, by the way, technically, guys, is still a free agent. He still hasn't been fully re-signed to Genesis, and he still hasn't been fully signed to Fusion. Wolf is still a free agent, but Castlefave giving him this opportunity here in the Invitational. I was going to say, Wolf, when he was on Fusion, was on, I think, what, a 5-6 match winning streak. Of course, returned to Genesis at Point Break and lost to Elijah Stewart. And that's probably the matchup I'm most looking forward to in the Invitational. We will get a rematch. Wolf and Elijah will go one-on-one, guys. And we're not going to have to wait long for that, because Castlefave has told me that next week's main event of Genesis will be Elijah Stewart and Josh Wolf one-on-one and their Invitational matchup. The question is, will the both of them win their matches tonight? Later on, Elijah Stewart faces Adam Valentine. I get that all the time, Topher. All right, so here we go. Dule Zaire not wanting to drop down to 0-2 and be very last on the leaderboards. Takes on Josh Wolf. Referee Perry White rings the bell. Wonder how Dule fares about being in the ring right now with Perry White. We know that he and Brett Angel have been feeling some type of way about Perry White's officiating. So Brett Angel going so far to the point to actually go to referee boot camp. That's where Angel is right now as I speak. Says that he's going to show Perry White how to properly officiate. Front headlock by Zaire, starting the match off strong for himself now. A swinging knee to the face, Irish whip to follow, rebounds off the ropes, guys. And Hurricane, there you go. That's what I'm talking about, man. Don't let Zaire's size fool you. Beautiful Hurricane Rana, going to catch Josh Wolf off guard, certainly. As now the nails of Zaire just going to dig into the skin of Josh Wolf's back, pulled into a front headlock, and Wolf is not starting this match off so pretty. Butterfly suplex. Take down the inaugural and two-time CMV Rising Star champion. Rolling neck snap to follow through by Zaire now. Absolutely dominating Wolf since the bell rang, but now Wolf going to fire back as soon as I say that. Stop down on the lower back, grabbing him by arm and leg, drags him to the center of the ring, and a lion salt by Josh. We'll pull in a page out of D'Angelo Prince's book from that last match. Prince, the new Anarchy champion. Congrats to D'Angelo Prince. What a match. That's going to get my vote for match of the year. No doubt about it. Unless something beats it out in these next couple of months. Reverse DDT right there by Josh Wolf. Closes in, couple of punches to the side of the head and face first. Into the canvas, stomped on the lower back to follow through. Up to the top rope goes Josh Wolf, taking a high risk early into this matchup. Is it smart? We're gonna wait. What? Looks like it's, I don't even know. I'm not too sure what that was. Oh, double boot stomp. Coup de grace by Josh Wolf. It looks like he was about to do like a swanton bomb or something, then changed his mind. I was like, never mind. Kick right upside the head. This matchup's complexion has completely changed in just a minute. Now it's Josh Wolf who's completely dominating. Oh, Zaire charging for a takedown or something. Gets a fist right to the side of the head. Zaire gonna be able to fight back though. Nice vertical suplex. Apparently not just one. Now from behind, back suplex. Two amigos. Wolf very smart as he rolls to the outside though. Meanwhile, Zaire is showing off his athleticism even further with a little front flip. Or headstand, really. Josh Wolf gonna teach him not to take him lightly though. Nice takeover. Reese Ortiz, Zaire, Reese Ortiz, definitely the two dark horses in the tournament. We even heard from Josh Wolf himself say, I know nothing about Ortiz, and I would have preferred to fight Brett Angel. That's what Adam Valentine's been saying as well. Elijah Stewart's been very quiet when it comes to the Invitational in his opponents, his competition. Zaire looking to prove everybody wrong, though. Punch up under the gut. Irish whip to the corner goes Josh Wolf. And let's remember that the person who places in first goes down in the history books and gets that world title opportunity, or in this case, Alpha World Championship opportunity. But the guys who place in second, third, and fourth, well, they'll be competing in a feast or fired mini game. That's Zaire, vintage Zaire, laughing at his opponent. 3 briefcases will be lined up in front of those who place in second, third, and fourth. Inside of one briefcase is a mid-card title opportunity, another a tag team title opportunity, and then the third is a pink slip. So one of these 6 men, Elijah Stewart, Josh Wolf, Reese Matthews, Adam Valentine, Dooley Zaire, Reese Ortiz will be fired by the time the Invitational is over and done with, as you saw Zaire hit that split-legged moonsault of his in the corner. Little monkey flip takeover by Zaire now. In firm control, does not want to drop to 0 and 2. Then he knows that his chances of placing in the, of winning are pretty much down the drain, and of placing in the top 3 are in jeopardy. Zaire, though, looking to make sure that does not happen, and Josh Wolf is going into the deep end, but makes a reversal. Going for the last lap was Dulé, but instead against the jaws of Fenrir. Laid out, now a hook to the leg by Wolf. 1, 2, but just a 2 count. And Wolf seems a bit baffled about that. Keeping his head in the game. Lets out a howl that permeates throughout the CMV universe. Spinning soul kick. Might have cracked a rib. Now an Irish whip. Single boot to the chest. Single boot to the chest again. Ducks the clothesline and reels Zaire right into a neck breaker. Yo, what up, gaming, my friend? I don't recall ever seeing you in here, but welcome. Good to have you. BFT, it's Josh Wolf. Maybe sending a message to fellow Invitational competitor Reese Matthews, who's not in action tonight, on the hunt for that gum, that evil gum spitter. Josh Wolf wants to take this fight to the outside. And remember this matchup. What is Wolf doing here? Sides it up, Zaire. And a knee right down the sides. Remember, this matchup could end via draw. We saw it last year. Travis King and Andrew Briggs' invitational matchup went to a draw. A double count out. Front headlock here, though. Hopefully that does not happen. Though, would it be Genesis without at least one count out? Float over DDT, countered just in the nick of time by Zaire, who looks to bring this fight back into the ring and win definitively. Punch right to the fucking throat and then a boot to the side of the head. Not great for Wolf right now. Grabs Josh by the head and hair, brings him to his feet, and a spinning side slam, pulling him in tight, but not for a hug. And now Zaire, as if a lion, closing in on the kill. The last laugh by Dule Zaire. Bam! Oh, and Wolf having a bit of a seizure as he's planted into the mat. 1, 2, 3, no! Zaire, oh, look at, of course, Zaire arguing with referee Perry White about that call. But it was only a 2. Even I saw it, Dule. It was only a 2. Wolf kicked out. He's still in it. Man, we are getting bangers one after the other. These 3 opening matches have been freaking fantastic. What a card. What a freaking card. And still, I said Adam Valentine, Elijah Stewart will probably steal the fucking show. That can still be, but I don't know how anything can top. Oh, D'Angelo Prince and John Reed, jaws of Fenrir again. 1, 2, 3. No, he can't. What is this? Yo, everybody drinking that Boone juice tonight. Wilding out here. Headbutt by Josh Wolf now. You can see he's getting upset. Even he's arguing with referee Perry White now. Another lion salt pulled off to perfection by Wolf. We still got Ortiz and Scott taking on Twisted and Samuel Boone in that huge 6-man tag main event. Hello. Click taking on Imaginary Friends and Chris Andrews. Trip up by Wolf. If Dule Zaire loses, he goes to 0-2 and drops down to the bottom of the leaderboards. If he wins, he goes 1-1, pretty much nulls his current standings. And this is Josh's first invitational match. Go 1-0 and 0-1. Watch out. Into the corner, Irish whip over to the side of the head, though. And Vintage Wolf DDT. Drills him head first into the canvas. And Wolf just shitting out these fins. A 3rd time goes to the jaws of Fenrir. Zaire's had just about enough, though. Knee to the midsection makes it hard for Wolf to breathe. And a 2nd time, Zaire with the mat slam. Now going to show off his moves. Split-legged moonsault. And a tweet right here from the new Anarchy champion, D'Angelo Prince, says hashtag and nude. Simple, straight to the point. By D'Angelo Prince, I guess not so uncrowned anymore as D'Angelo, but right now, Dule Zaire, for a 2nd time, the last laugh to Josh Wolf. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, go! You kidding? Yo, Zaire is about to clock Perry White. If I were White, I'd call up Murphy at this point and be like, fam, can you fill in for me for a couple of weeks? I would not feel safe in that ring with Zaire. Getting antsy, getting frustrated. I don't blame either man. This is, I think you were in here the other day, how to book. And I'm pretty sure you joined our website too. Yeah, this Genesis is freaking pay-per-view worthy matches. Dropped chest first out of the top turnbuckle. Josh is getting pent up. He's had just about enough, but a jawbreaker. Dule Zaire is refusing to go down. So is Josh Wolf. Watch out, Perry. I think Zaire is intentionally trying to throw Josh Wolf into him at this point. Oh my God, again. Mat slam by Zaire. The big man. Split-legged moonsault. Elbow to the shoulder by one half of Brule. I'm sure Brett Angel is in referee boot camp right now, watching this one closely, cheering on his friend and tag team partner, but Josh Wolf with a beautiful freaking $1 million dream slam right there. Cobra clutch slam. It's up to you. Stomped down onto the quad, scoop slam. Josh Wolf says, nah. Back suplex instead. Tit for tat with the end nearing. Josh, what's he thinking? What's he cooking up? The DDT. Not a whole lot of oomph behind it, though. Both these guys are so drained physically. And Josh is hoping just that alone is enough to do it, and perhaps it will. 1, 2, no. Just the 2 count. And Josh Wolf looks right at referee Perry White and says, come on, man. Now on the hunt. Looking to feed Fenrir. The jaws. The jaws. Straight into the pin this time. 1, 2, 3, and Josh Wolf is victorious 1-0 in the Invitational, while Zaire drops to 0-2 and goes right to the bottom of the rankings. But another banger by Zaire and Wolf here, and it looks like we're going to get a sign of sportsmanship. That's what I like to see after such a fantastic bout. No hard feelings between these two. Can Zaire battle back, guys? And whatever his next invitational matchup, or is he destined to cast? Whew. Man. 3 bangers in a row to kick off Genesis number 119. Woo-hoo. This is going to be a good episode. We still got 4 matches to get to, guys, including this one up next, as Reese Ortiz takes a break from invitational action. We know that his next invitational matchup will be on next week's Reese, where he battles Reese Matthews, the Battle of the Reeses. Speaking of Reese Matthews, he tweets out saying, at D'Angelo Prince, do you like gum? Oh, the new Anarchy champion might be a suspect in the investigation of Reese Matthews. Yeah, speaking of Boone juice, Samuel Boone left his juice out in the opening earlier today. Everybody's been drinking it. But it is Ortiz and his partner, Adam Scott, taking on Twisted and Samuel Boone here. A first-time pairing between Twisted and Boone. One that could certainly prove to be effective, I think. Twisted bringing the speed, the agility, that luchador background of his, and Samuel Boone just bringing his positive vibes and his juking, his jiving, and his hard hitting. Oh yeah, Ortiz might be a pretty big suspect for Reese Matthews to look at, because Reese does chew gum during his entrance. He usually spits it at me. I don't know why. I don't know what I did to the guy, but first time we're seeing these two actually team together since their loss to Brule at Point Break. A little bit of friction between the two as of late, but it seems like things have been paved over. Last week on yesterday, I should say, on Reality Wrestling, the two had a heart-to-heart, if you will, and then Reese would go on to win his invitational match against Zaire. I'm sure there was some celebrating at home. But back as a team, let's see if they can grab a win over Twisted and Boone. And a tweet here, guys, from Josh Wolf said, simply amazing, Zaire. Love to see this respect. Reese Ortiz, Adam Scott, ready for action here on Genesis. Newcomer this season, Twisted, has most definitely been very, very impressive and has got himself a big fan in me. Coming from a luchador background, spent most of his life in Mexico competing in various different territories. One of the very few luchadors we have here in CMV. Got himself a hell of a partner and former CMV United States champion Samuel Boone. Like I said, I think these two could really do something together as an actual team. See how it works out for him here, guys. But a tweet from Markintel says, I broke that little Trout El Jefe in half. If he knows what's good for him, he'll stay away from Genesis. Yeah, Markintel talking about last week. The Big Red Machine came out here. He was real upset about people lately have been apparently telling him to retire. And Markintel said, I ain't retiring anytime soon, bitches. And El Jefe would come out and actually try to be a nice guy and like console Marcantel and be like, yo, chill out, fam. Nobody hates you. Nobody wants you to retire. And Marcantel just snapped and beat the shit out of him. Powerbombed him onto a steel chair. El Jefe hopefully going to be in good enough condition to compete in the Royal Rumble in 3 weeks. Remember, he was the first person confirmed this year for the Rumble. Hopefully Marcantel didn't just take away his chances there. And there we go. Last but not least, the purveyor of Boone Juice, former CMV United States champion, the always fun-loving Samuel Boone. Still to come tonight, guys. Adam Valentine and Elijah Stewart. We have had 3 amazing matches tonight, but I truly still think Valentine and Stewart could steal the show in 6-man tag action in our main event. Sees Click take on Imaginary Friends and Chris Andrews. The Moo Moo Milk versus the Boone Juice. That's ascendance worthy. It seems like Ortiz and Scott over there are kind of arguing with each other. They look like they're getting pretty. I don't know. Maybe things aren't as smooth as I thought they were. Getting into it. Hopefully they snap too, because this matchup was about to start. Reese Ortiz kicking things off against Twisted here as referee Perry White rings the bell. Let's get it on. Meet in center of the ring. Twisted's got a new attire on him, by the way, which I like. Right out of the gate with a freaking butterfly suplex down onto the knees, a butterfly lung blower. Another, man, the Lion Salt's getting some love tonight. Ortiz perhaps looking to make quick work of his opponent, but Twisted not looking to go down so easy. Up onto one knee and Twisted with a DDT. Sharp. Drilling Ortiz face first into the mat. You really can't compete with Twisted when it comes to agility, when it comes to athleticism. Reese Ortiz gonna have to figure out a way to outsmart Twisted here. Punch to the gut. That's going to hunch Twisted over and pain long enough for Ortiz to close in. Try to capitalize, but drops down behind. Neckbreaker going to catch him. The yet unproven team of Twisted and Samuel Boone. We'll see how they fare together. Ortiz and Scott have been very impressive. Remember, they were 6-0 before. Their record currently stands at 6-2 as a team. That's pretty impressive. They're going to make it 7-2, though. Right here, snap German suplex for Zaire. I'm sure reeling backstage after his loss to Josh Wolf earlier, and then yesterday to Reese Ortiz. But if he is watching, I'm sure he's showing the mutual respect that Reese Ortiz has to him. Look at this teamwork! Scoop slam and then Boone suplex down onto Reese. Ooh. Itchy eye right there. I guess I was right. Twisted and Boone, guys, this could be a legitimate team. What great teamwork that was. Misses the elbow drop, though. Ortiz smart enough to see it coming, has that wherewithal. Now just standing there. That's not so smart. The former CMV United States champion going to grab him in a front headlock. Let's go. Kick to the midsection. Goes for a hook to the jaw. Cheeky jab. Too quick, no, is Samuel Boone. Too quick for you, mate. Now stop down on the quad. Double knee backstabber. Reese Ortiz going to try to make a tag now. A smart tag it would be to Adam Scott just in the nick of time as Boone was about to barrel down on him. Comes Scott. Quicker. It's feistier between he and Reese. Whereas Reese is just the meaner, the more hard hitting. Something in my fucking eye right now driving me nuts. Woo! Ties up the legs. A mini curb stomp. Yeah, Scott not giving any fucks right here. Do what he's got to do as he looks to go up to that second turnbuckle. Taken to the air, high risk. Will it pay off? That's the question. Boone turning towards Reese. Double axe handle, just nearly got him. Not quite though. Now from behind with a tiger suplex setup. Boone gonna make sure that he escapes from that. And just collapsing. Scott down on himself with that face slam. face plant, if you will. Spinning leg drop, and now Boone crosses the arms. Straight jacket DDT. Adam Scott is a world of hurt, guys. He's getting pummeled. Ortiz is begging for the tag. Kick to the side of the leg. Oh! Sweet Mama Jane flapjack onto the ropes. A stun gun, commonly referred to as. Straight punch to the gut, and this is usually a setup to Boone's somersault cutter. And there you have it. Could easily break your nose, knock your front teeth out. Hooks the leg to Samuel. The purveyor of Boone Joe's looking for a win for here, Twisted. But it is just a 2 count, not enough to get the job done. Close but no cigar. Grabbing him by that mohawk headbutt, busting Scott open. Jeez Louise, Papa Cheese. Oh no, Scott, guys. Just completely out of it, but getting dominated. And Boone with a Tiger Bomb. Tiger Bomb, you see Ortiz trying to give Scott some time to kick out a little bit extra. But still, it might be enough. 1, 2. No, just a 2 count. Those precious seconds that Ortiz gave his partner is going to keep him alive. Now looks to fight back. Hammerlock suplex. And a tweet here, guys, from El Jefe says, Marcantel, you may have taken me out, but like I always say, I get back up and fight. You made an enemy, big man. Get ready for hook, line, and sinker. Arriba! As Adam Scott, what the hell? Oh! God damn! Yo, killed him! What a reversal. And now Scott, I believe, going to go for a spear. Yes! John Reed had a whole lot of struggle getting those off earlier tonight. 1. Ooh, Twisted quick to come in and make the save, though. Reese Ortiz not happy about that. Tiger suplex countered, though, by Twisted. Meanwhile, Perry White's distracted by this. Scott takes off the top turnbuckle, and Reese is taken out by Twisted. But now that pure steel has been exposed. Dirty heel tap and slingshot leg drop by Adam. Sharp kick to the back of the shin. Shooting pain up and down that back. Trip up, though, by Boone. Yeah, smart tag. This is Twisted. Boone's taking a lot of damage as Reese Ortiz, you can see his little head popping up over there, trying to get to his feet and back to his corner in case Adam needs to make a tag, as now it is Twisted who goes out to the apron for a slingshot body splash. Stomp onto the arm. Adam Scott now trapped in a half camel clutch. Reese Ortiz sees this, telling his partner to hang in there, able to escape. Oh, the quickness. Like I said, you cannot compete with Twisted when it comes to speed and agility. Adam Scott's got to know that. Neckbreaker. Slaps hands with Reese Ortiz. Brings him in nice and fresh. He's had a good amount of time to rest. Gets a kick right to the fucking gut, though. Not a great start. And then a modified single knee gut buster. Looks for the hot tag to bring Adam right back in. But Twisted's going to make sure that does not happen. Elbow drop to the lower spine. Grabs Reese by the ears. Face to face they now stand. Scoop slam. Reese wants nothing to do with it. Tries to close in. Gets an elbow to the side of the head. It's all about distance when it comes to luchadors. They love that distance so they can pull off their incredible athletic maneuvers. Knee to the midsection. That was rather a knee right to the face. That's a spine buster by Ortiz. Quickly just swings the momentum right back into his hands. Tries to clip that jaw, forearm smash though. Super kick, moves out of the way. There's Reese. Right into a side slam. Twisted is so fast. Oh, but wait a minute. Can he get there in time? Yes! Hot tag. Here comes Adam Scott, though. He's busted open, a head full of steam. Mows down Twisted. Another single boot to the chest. Twisted keeps getting up. Fucking Adam Scott keeps knocking him down. It's up to Scott right now, though. Handicap situation that Adam's caught in. Oh! Scott's won matches with this before. Knee bar applied to Twisted. And Twisted taps. Twisted is forced to submit Adam Scott. Gonna secure the win for he and Ortiz. Impressive style. I gotta say, Twisted and Samuel Boone definitely impressed me in this matchup as a team, but Ortiz and Scott back to their winning ways. As Scott taps out Twisted with a nasty knee bar. What an impressive showing by both of these teams. And here's what, oh no, that's the spear rather. We're probably not going to get a replay, but a knee bar. That's the second time that Adam Scott has utilized that to win a match. And there's a nice embrace. Hopefully things are back to normal between these two. Guys, I have heard from officials backstage and from Gentlemen Enter Castle Fave breaking news that Bob Luger and Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews have just been found unconscious in their respective locker rooms and are currently being escorted to the local medical facility. Apparently, both men are beaten badly. Both Luger and the Brit guys, I'm being told, are conscious, but have suffered some pretty nasty momentary injuries and are being escorted as we speak out of the arena and to a local medical facility. We're supposed to have a six-man tag in our main event. Let's remember, it's supposed to be Click. Bob Luger, Xander Slate, and Randy Morton taking on Imaginary Friends and Chris Andrews. I mean, the obvious perpetrator for Britt, I think, would obviously be Bob Luger, but Bob Luger himself has been found attacked. I have just received word from Castle Bay that the main event tonight will now be a one-on-one matchup between Xander Slate and Freddie Osborne. Quick thinking by LaFave after Luger and the Alpha World Champion have been taken out, but by who? I'm being told that we're trying to collect security cam footage and find out just what the hell happened as we prepare for our tertiary main event. So hopefully I'll have an update for you by the time this match is over. We'll find out exactly who the hell attacked Bob Luger and Chris Andrews. As this is a Cyborg Invitational matchup, guys. Adam Valentine, who started the Invitational last week with a victory over Reese Matthews, looks to go to 2-0 and secure the top spot on the leaderboards. In order to do so, he's got to take out who he called earlier tonight his biggest challenge in the Invitational of the lineup, called everybody else nobodies that nobody's going to remember in a year. Elijah Stewart, a member of Click, I'm sure that he, along with Slate and Borton, are furious. Who took out Luger? And Imaginary Friends got to be upset too. I was looking forward to that six-man tag match. Now going to be a one-on-one between Slate and Osborne. Gumbel, just fucking bask in the greatness, all right? Adam Valentine feeling very confident. I'm not just assuming that. We know he is, because it's all he's been talking about for the past week since defeating Reese Matthews. How he's the greatest, how he's currently winning the Invitational, and how he's going to win the whole thing. A tweet here, guys, from Reese Ortiz says, hope you win out there tonight, Adam. You're going to need a few points if you're going to make all our dreams come true and claim that pink slip. Hashtag root for Valentine. Some savagery by Ortiz. Here he comes, the good vibes kid, a two-time CMV Alpha World Champion, Elijah Stewart. Last week, he and Bob Luger took a tag loss to the team of Chris Andrews and now new Anarchy champion D'Angelo Prince. But before that, Elijah did pick up a pay-per-view win at Point Break over Josh Wolf. That's what I said earlier tonight. That's the matchup I'm probably most looking forward to in the Invitational, is the rematch, which we now know will take place in next week's main event. Elijah Stewart and Josh Wolf one-on-one. Elijah Stewart here looks to go to 1-0 and soils, I should say, Valentine's hopes of having a clean sweep. We have had 3 absolutely 5-star matches tonight, but even I still think that these two could steal the show. Adam Valentine just do it for the first time ever, one-on-one. Let's get it on. Valentine, you can see, is very, very confident in himself. As soon as the bell rings, charges Elijah and takes him out with a neck breaker. Let's not forget our co-main event up next, guys. A prison cell match between No Fun Martini and international champion Dallas Steele, as fucking Adam Valentine just going ham on Elijah from the get-go. Elbow drop now from the second turnbuckle. Prison cell match, a new concept. What's the word I'm looking for? Conceived by Martini, a steel cage, a black steel cage, reminiscent of a prison cell with no escape. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. It's a non-title match, but it's about more than just championship gold now for Martini after Dallas Steele defeated Martini last week via countout to retain the title. Martini says he's going to teach Dallas a lesson tonight. And our main event now going to be Xander Slate going one-on-one with Freddie Osborne after both Luger and Chris Andrews have been taken out by a mystery man. Again, we're working on getting the footage from the security cameras as this fight is on the outside, guys, and it can go to a draw. Last year's Invitational, Travis King and Andrew Briggs' match went to a draw, but Elijah Stewart's not going to look to allow that to happen. We've had some close. This might be the first Genesis in a while where there hasn't been a single count out. That would be great. We're not gonna be able to get a count out in the co-main event, so whew, that's good there. But kick to the back by Elijah Stewart, rocking some fresh digs here. Caught with a European uppercut though. Looks to close the distance as Valentine back suplex. Ooh, dropped to a bulldog. Nice reversal by Stewart. Even though I'm not exactly the biggest fan of Elijah right now and joining Click, and I don't agree with what he's done, I can still appreciate just how great of an in-ring performer he is. Attitude adjustment. I think it's Elijah who needs his attitude adjusted, though, if we're honest. Now an elbow drop of his own from the second turnbuckle. Stewart currently in firm control over Valentine as he hooks the leg. Looking to finish early, but doesn't even get a 2 count. And we're going to get a count out in a matchup that can't even get count outs. Head scissors by Elijah, but Valentine quickly pops his head through, saves himself from some elbows, from some bows. Arm drag, though. Elijah now staring Valentine down. Perhaps a powerbomb, vintage Elijah crucifix powerbomb by Elijah. That'd be new. Valentine wiggles free, neck breaker. Well scouted by the self-proclaimed GOAT. Shin. Right to the side of the head. Valentine just gives no fucks about his opponent's well-being. Fish drop, going old school, classic, throwback to the second turnbuckle again. Valentine's flying in this matchup, having a good old time. Again, that elbow drop connects. Valentine doing what he's got to do, pulling out some new tricks. Adam Valentine says he wants a clean sweep wants to become the first ever Invitational winner to be unbeaten. Every single year, the winner has lost one match. Justin Sane finished 8-1. Or rather, Troy Voodoo finished 8-1. Justin Sane finished 7-1. Travis King finished 6-1. Oh! Valentine with a Yakuza kick right there. Big boot variation. Takes a deep breath. And a, wow! Stiff slap across Vibes Kid. And Valentine not going so far as to literally choke out Elijah. Gotta watch referee Perry White's count though. He kept it up to 5, but have been disqualified. Elbow to the side of the head. Elijah again looks for his power bomb. Dropped into a face buster. Valentine been oh so impressive since the start of this Invitational. I gotta say, I gotta give him credit. This conspiracy nonsense is pretty annoying, but fish drop yet again. Finished off Reese Matthews last week with that high impact swinging neck breaker of his. Elijah trying to get the support of the fans behind him. I don't think that's really gonna work though after you turned your back on him. Oh! Forearm smash to the base of the skull. That wasn't enough. Now a couple of forearms. There's a catchphrase. Yo, what up, Bad TNA? Good name. Good Vibes introduces Valentine face first with the canvas. Elijah looks to flush Valentine's hopes of a clean sweep down the drain, but a counter right there by Adam. Short arm. Shoulder blocking Adam. Maybe he was going to go for that neck breaker of his. Elijah Stewart did his homework though. Now Elijah looks for the Book of Eli, but it's Adam Valentine who's too quick for him. There we go. Caught the kick. And a spinning heel right to the back of the head. Now Valentine ties up Elijah's legs. Wrenching back in the arms. Boot right to the upper back and slamming him face first into the canvas. This is Xbox One Bad TNA, my friend. Suplex attempted now by the self-proclaimed GOAT. Stalled though by Elijah and one of his own. The two-time Alpha World Champion in winning the Cyborg Invitational could earn himself that chance to make history, become the first ever three-time Alpha World Champion. Pinfall attempt, but just a 2 count. Kick to the back. Oh, that just pissed Valentine off. That might have been a mistake. Trip up by Valentine. Okay. And now into a, modified crossface. That was an interesting setup. Elijah, though, not about to tap out here. Knee to the back of the head. And then a straight punch to the face. Before Elijah can close in, though, Valentine roll through butterfly DDT, catching Stewart off guard. Can Valentine steal it? Can he go 2-0? 1, 2, 3, no! 2 count, but Valentine's feeling good about himself now. He's got the upper hand. Oh! Valentine's going for the neck breaker. Counter by Elijah. Now Stewart, another dose of good vibes. And now it's Stewart who turns towards the Sea of Uterus. I don't know if he's trying to pander to them or mock them. Punch the back of the head again. Elijah Stewart en route to go one-on-one with Josh Wolf in next week's main event, and their Invitational matchup surely wants to match Wolf's win from earlier tonight. Wolf defeating Zaire to go 1-0 in the rankings. That Hurricanrana nearly got the 3 count on the roll-up, and now Elijah just looking down at Valentine. Excuse me. Elijah just not even allowing Valentine to move as he was trying to use the ropes, get back up to his feet. Valentine's second time will be the charm. Elijah Stewart with the Book of Eli. Quickly hooks that leg. 1, 2, 3. Just a 2 count. Yo, we got to get rid of that Boone Juice backstage right now. 2 count only for the Good Vibes Kid after finally pulling off the Book of Eli. Valentine set a goal in mind, man. And he is not looking to let it so quickly slip away from him. Wants that clean sweep. Or will the conspiracy continue after the trio of whoa, lateral press? 1, 2, just a 2 count. Stomp down the lower back. Adam Valentine with a fire in his eyes. Snapmare looks to retake control from Elijah. Gets an elbow to the face for his troubles. Creates a bit of a distance. Elijah with a forearm smash. Stomp out of the arm. And the midsection. Kicks in the back. Elijah Stewart's now brought this matchup to a slow, methodical pace. Hooks the leg, 2 count. I think sharp elbow down to the top of the head. Elijah Stewart. Ooh! Let's say third time, but then I said, ooh, big dog. Good vibes. Yet again, and dark man, a leg hook, arm hook, face buster, reverse STO, whatever you want to call it. We'll just call it dark matter. Simple but effective. Adam Valentine doesn't stay down for very long. Quickly shakes the cobwebs. Now an Irish whip going to put Elijah in the corner. Goes for a kick to the midsection. Nope, Dragon Skidoo instead. Elijah takes a deep breath before once more lining up Valentine for the second time. The Book of Eli. Quickly into the cover. Uno, dos, tres. Valentine's dreams of getting a clean sweep are nullified by the Good Vibes Kid. Valentine now 1-1. Elijah goes 1-0. And now is tied for first with Josh Wolf and Reese Ortiz. Next week's main event here on Genesis. Elijah Stewart and Josh Wolf in the rematch 1-on-1. Will Valentine be able to bounce back? Valentine now right in the center of the leaderboards. 1-1, pretty much nullifying. Pretty much as if he has no points, pretty much. A hard-fought matchup, but it is Elijah Stewart who stands victorious. I cannot wait. Next week, Stewart Wolf 1-on-1. As we get ready for our co-main event, guys, a tweet here from Adam Valentine says, is that referee blind? Did you see Elijah's feet were clearly on the ropes? Hashtag the conspiracy continues. I definitely did not see Elijah's feet on the ropes, but a nice excuse as always by Adam. And guys, I am receiving word that General Manager Castlefave and technicians have reviewed the security cam footage from outside of Bob Luger and Chris Andrews' locker rooms. And it was Guri Sukhanov who assaulted both men. The former Alpha World Champion, and I can't say that I'm very surprised. Honestly, his name popped into my mind as soon as I was receiving word of what happened. Because not only did he lose his title inside of the Elimination Chamber, but last week he also lost to Paul Anderson. And on top of all of that, remember last week Castlefave gave Bob Luger a chance next Saturday, April the 7th at Wild Card. Bob Luger will go one-on-one with Paul Anderson. If Luger wins, he will be added to the Alpha World title match at Absolution, making it a triple threat. Guri has got to be pissed. All of this stuff just, mounting on top of each other, pushing him over the edge to the point where he decided to take out both Luger and the Alpha World Champion. Guri Sukhanov tonight. Security cam footage showing him just mauling the both of them, catching them off guard. And they have been taken to a local medical facility. They have arrived now and being told they are both conscious, they're both okay. No serious injuries, but they won't be able to make it back in time for the main event, which will still remain Xander Slate going one-on-one with Freddie Osborne. As first, though, in our co-main event, it is a first here in CMV, a prison cell match. Conceived by that man right there, the former international champion, No Fun Martini, as he will be locked inside, the key thrown out against this man, the current international champion, the perfect specimen, Dallas Steele, who last week retained his title against Martini via countout. Lance said, or can't call him Lance anymore, he'll get mad at me, No Fun Martini saying that the championship isn't on his mind heading into this matchup. Justice is on his mind. This prison cell match. Black steel cage hanging above the ring. There are no escapes. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. Look at that. Dallas pointing up at the cage, saying, Martini, you just wrote your own death warrant. But here we go, guys. The prison cell lowering around the ring and closing these two inside. There is no escape. I really didn't think it. When I first heard Martini challenge Dallas Steele this matchup, I was like, you sure, fam? You know who Dallas Steele is? Look at this man. There's a reason he calls himself the perfect specimen, though Martini suspects that there might be some roids involved, Martini, though, is livid after losing the title inside of the chamber back at Point Break. He really snapped. Said no more partying. He's the party police now. No fun allowed here on Genesis or in all of CMV. As this matchup is not for the International Championship, but surely Martini, after losing out on his rematch clause last week, like I said, Steele defeating him via countout, using that champion's advantage. If Martini wins here, he'll get himself right in line. But Dallas Steele does have to defend his title next Saturday at Wildcard, the 7th of April, against a completely random challenger. So who's to say if Dallas Steele will even still be champion come then? Chest bump, and Martini with an Irish whip now. Goes for a clothesline. Nearly threw himself face first into the side of the prison wall. Punch to the back of the head. Martini closes in with a waist lock. Escapes from it, does the international champion. How's the water stain? Maury, you have missed one hell of an episode. We had 3 5-star matches. Shaquan Shea Matsuda Tanaka, banger. D'Angelo Prince John Reed, banger. And fucking Dule Zaire, Josh Wolf, banger. Adam Valentine, Elijah Stewart is definitely really good too. I don't think it was as good as I thought it was going to be, but it was still very good. Now we got a new match concept here. Xander Slate goes one-on-one with Freddie Osborne. Up next in our main event, what was supposed to be a 6-man tag, but Guri Sukhanov taking out Bob Luger and Alpha World Champion Chris Andrews earlier tonight. Castle Fave forced to improvise. These two going back and forth. Remember, there is no escaping. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. No Fun Martini taken down with a back suplex. That's not all, though. A second one. And now transitioning into a German suplex. God, Dallas Steele is just a fucking behemoth. A monster of a man, if you can even call him a man. With a record of, I believe, 12-2. In his career now. He won the Elimination Chamber at Point Break to become international champion. BFT knee strike discus clothesline right there. Irish whip into the corner, and Dallas Steele now closing in. This is not going to be pretty. I think Martini is regretting this decision now. Modified suplex into the turnbuckles and wastes no time. Does the genetic perfection as he looks for the genetic downfall. See ya, bye, Martini. Thanks for coming. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. The referee, of course, Perry White here ringside. I don't blame him for not wanting to be enclosed in the ring with these two. Trapped inside of the prison cell. Knee to the chest by Martini. The former international champion, the former party boy, is not giving up just yet, as right now he grabs a hold of Dallas's tights for a little lifting reverse DDT. A little bit of a little twist, a little bit of oomph. Dallas Steel tries to pull himself to a seat and does, utilizing the ropes to do so, but what the fuck is this? A cross-legged Samoan driver? These moves are too indie for me, Martini. The fun looking to come to an end. Lance going for that swing reverse STO of his, but Dallas Steel saw it coming. Now Dallas drops him overhead with a fireman's carry. Yeah, Perry White's already been to jail. Doesn't want to go back. Flashbacks, gets triggered. Who knows what Cop's doing? Hopefully it is tomorrow. I would prefer that he doesn't stream on the same day that I do Regicide, which is this Sunday, by the way, but the 1st. The start time of either 3 or 4 p.m. EST. Dallas Steel dunks a clothesline, gonna get it anyway, though. Quick thinking by Martini, who delivers a kick right to the back of Dallas's head. Now brings him up to his feet. Snapmare. Trying to slow things down, maybe, but gets a punch to the gut. I still don't think it's exactly fair for Martini to be wearing that vest, that tactical vest. I feel like that's gonna absorb a lot of punch, kicks, moves in general. From the camel clutch position, Dallas Steel just raining forearm smashes across the forehead. Irish Whip. Martini goes for a little bit of a run into the corner. And a second time, the international champion with that modified suplex into the turnbuckles. Trapped inside of this prison cell, there is no escape. The only way to win being by pinfall or submission. Oh, no. No, don't tell me. Oh, Martini using the cage wall, the cell wall as a weapon. And now a Sambo takedown. Martini now a second time with that modified lifting reverse DDT. Ever since he sent Dallas Steel face first into the cell wall. Martini looking to close in. There it is. Spinning reverse STO. The fun is over. Party ended. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No, just a 2 count. Oh, look at Dallas Steel's leg twitching. I was having like a seizure right now. Steel, I think, just kicking out an instinct there as Martini decides to mock the CMV universe. Kick to the knee. Gonna stun Martini momentarily as now Dallas looks to use the wall. He does! Face first goes Martini into the side of the cage. Looking like he's in La La Land as Dallas Steel tries to recollect himself, take a deep breath. Martini beginning to move as now Dallas Steel looks to close in on the kill. The international champion lining up his shot. Counter by Martini. Reverse of the genetic downfall. And again going to cross the legs for the Samoan driver. Innovative offense by the former international champion, who looks to keep the attack on. Once more goes for a third lifting reverse DDT instead of kick to the gut, though Dallas Steel counters again. And now Steel says enough is enough. Martini wobbles to his feet, unaware of what's awaiting him. For the second time, the genetic downfall. And the international champion looks to close the book on this rivalry. 1, 2, 3, Dallas Steel victorious. Hard-hitting, grueling prison cell matchup, but it is Dallas Steel who's left standing yet again over Lance Martini, or No Fun Martini. No fun. Martini tried to better his odds in a match of his own making. But even still, Dallas Steele is the one who stands victorious. What awaits the genetic perfection next Saturday, April the 7th at Wild Card? Who will it be that challenges this man for the International Championship? And is there any way anybody is ever going to get that title from around his waist? My first instinct is no. All right, here we go, guys. Main event time for Genesis number 119, and what was supposed to be a six-man tag team match. It was supposed to be Bob Luger, Xander Slate, and Randy Orton taking on Imaginary Friends and Chris Andrews, but of course earlier tonight we now found out that Guri Sakhanov was the one who attacked Luger and the Alpha World Champion, and they have been taken to a local medical facility while Guri Sakhanov himself has fled from the arena. And so Castlefade, with quick thinking, has given us this matchup instead. The OG Dirty Heel Xander Slate with Borton in his corner takes on the White Rabbit, Freddie Osborne, of course, with Smiley backing him up. Announced earlier tonight that Click had decided to cash in their rematch clause at Absolution. In Xander's own words, he said, "Me and Borton are going to kick back and look forward to Imaginary Friends choking and to whichever team challenges them at Wild Card, and then they'll get their titles back, whichever team it is, at Absolution in 3 weeks." It was last week that Imagine returned to Genesis, bringing an end to their team title run. And it is just such an odd sight to see these two without the World Tag Team titles. They've held the gold since the damn near the start of the season, defeating Imaginary Friends back at Deathwish, well, defeating Smiley Danielson as they had taken out Osborne. Wild Card is next Saturday, the 7th of April. It is a Genesis exclusive. Regicide this Sunday is Fusion exclusive. The card for that is already set. It is up on the website for those who did not do their predictions yet if you want to. And a link to our website. Exclamation point join, guys. But both Xander Slate and Randy Borton also earlier tonight declared themselves for the 6th annual Royal Rumble match at Absolution. So they'll be looking to pull double duty that night. Try to get back their World Tag Team titles, whether it's whichever team challenges Imaginary Friends at Wild Card or retain the Osborne. And here they come. The always fun-loving and new two-time CMV World Tag Team Champions, Freddie Osborne and Smiley Danielson, baby. Imaginary Friends. And we know that Smiley Danielson will be competing in the Royal Rumble match. He actually defeated Freddie Osborne last week at a live event to qualify. Castlefade said only one of the Imaginary Friends could be in the Rumble, so they had to They had to face each other in order to see who got the spot. All right, guys, here we go. Main event. What was supposed to be a six-man tag match that I was really looking forward to. Thanks to Gurik Sukhanov taking out Luger and Chris Andrews. Now going to be one-on-one between the OG Dirty Heel and the White Rabbit. Imaginary Friends will have to defend their World Tag Team titles next Saturday, April the 7th, indeed, at Wildcard against an unknown, randomly generated team. Shit, it could be Click. Xander, Slater, Randy Orton could get chosen. But they have said they will cash in their rematch clause at Absolution. They want to sit back and watch Imaginary Friends lose the titles. Watch them choke. In Slate's own words, with a pop-up Samoan drop right there. Randy Orton, Smiley, Danielson watching a ringside. I wouldn't be surprised if Orton tried any shenanigans. I don't think Danielson's going to, though. Just out here showing moral support for his best friend and tag team partner. Counters the Irish whip to Slate, puts Osborne out onto the apron. Gonna bring him back in, spinning him around. Forearm smash to the back, and again, a fourth time. And now Slate backstabber, double knees digging into the back. And Xander said, "Is this all you got?" Xander said it was a fluke last week when Imaginary Friends beat us. And he doesn't know how anybody could think that they legitimately won. That it's a joke. And they will not hold those World Tag Team titles for long. Their World Tag Team titles. Of course, Imaginary Friends joining a very short list of two-time World Tag Team champions. Of course, you got X-Gen, who are four-time Tag Team champions. And then you got Imaginary Friends. I believe it's TNA, or the Megastars, if you will. Paul Anderson and Dave Turner, two-time Tag Team champions. Zach Payne and Big Show are they two-time? No, they're actually just one-time Tag Team champions. Hashtag Turning Worldwide, two-time Tag Team champions. I think there's one other that I'm forgetting right now. I'm trying to remember. No, I think that actually might be it. Is that? Yeah, that's it, actually. That's Freddie Osborne right now. With a fisherman suplex taking Slate right overhead. As Xander, you can see, writhing in agony. Vertical suplex to follow through by the White Rabbit here at our main event of Genesis number 119. Been an absolutely fantastic matchup. Or match card, I should say, with 3 5-star matches. The entire card has been great. And this main event is surely not looking to disappoint. Couple of elbows to the midsection. Oh, hook to the jaw. Freddie Osborne coming up from behind, looking for something big perhaps, but instead Slate with a rolling cutter. The OG Dirty Heel, the 2-time World Heavyweight Champion, might have this matchup done already. Telling everybody to shut the fuck up so they can hear the smack of Osborne's neck off the canvas. Back body drop. Smiley Danielson cheering on Osborne, telling him to keep his head in the game. Slate just went for the clean slate. That discus clothesline of his. Osborne with quick thinking. Those reflexes to know that it was coming and move out of the way in time, or catch Slate before he could get it off. Another fisherman suplex tosses Xander overhead. And Slate is brought up to a vertical base. Rebounds, shoulder tackle. Another shoulder tackle by Freddie Osborne as he tells Slate to get the hell up on his feet, dropping him with a modified powerbomb or back suplex, whatever you want to say. Ralph is getting into this matchup. He is a big fan of Xander Slate, who catches the boot of Freddie Osborne, who I believe may have been going for that wrist clutch Northern Lights suplex of his. And now Xander instead a second time with the rolling cutter. Freddie Osborne face first to the canvas, hooks the leg. Xander looking to bring things to an end here in the main event. And wow, nearly does. Xander actually a bit miffed. Going to be joining Brule and trying to get referee Perry White fired. But now Xander slowly brings Freddie to his feet. Instead, Osborne counters with a clothesline. Gonna chop Xander down. Osborne hovering over him. Freddie's not giving up. This has been a very fast-paced back and forth matchup. Yeah, but close the door, though. Close the door, though, and I'll let him in after. What? Jack. Oh, Xander with the clean slate right there. Hooks the leg. Won't be enough to do it. Yes, it will. Sorry, guys. Fucking sister just decided to open up the front door, you know. Neighbors in the driveway. But Xander Slate secures the win here in the main event over Freddie Osborne with the clean slate. And now, wait a minute, where did Borton and Danielson go? And Xander seems to not be done either. Stomping down onto the chest, sending a message. Apparently Borton has taken care of Danielson ringside, otherwise where the hell did he go? But Xander adding insult to injury. Osborne with a clean slate, that discus clothesline, and then tap Borton, I'm gonna have to assume. Took out Danielson. Ooh, whew. Oh, fortunately, I got places to be and people to beat up, you know what I mean? You. All right, there we go. Says, I chased him off into catering. Think we got them now. So apparently Danielson chased Borton backstage and is unaware that Xander Slate not only just beat Osborne, but also attacked him after the match. But, yeah, there you saw D'Angelo Prince, the new NRT champion. Congrats to him. Great episode of Genesis, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, like you saw and you want to see more, make sure you do drop a follow. So you know when I go live, exclamation point join right there. I'll give you a cheeky link to our website, cmvwrestling.com. Official CMV _ is our Twitter. You can check out for updates, match cards, all that kind of good stuff. So I will see you guys this Sunday, Regicide, April the 1st. Baby, don't miss it.